Is it the end, folks? 10 Minutes with Nick certainly thinks so. I'm Nick. This is 10 Minutes with Nick. And naturally, I'm talking about the Boston Bruins and Buffalo Sabres. I am of the belief that the series comes to an end tonight in Buffalo at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Pacific. And do the math for whatever time zone you happen to be in. The Sabres will need to do a couple of things to close out the Bruins in this series, and they're certainly not easy things. This series has been a little bit of an emotional roller coaster for the fans as well as for the Sabres themselves, and it's understandable. The Sabres broke a 14-year playoff drought. If they win this series, it will break a 20-year series win drought. So these are big, big numbers that these young Sabres are closing out. And they're really, like, we say young and inexperienced, but they're really not that young or that inexperienced, right? A lot of these players come from Stanley Cup teams. They come from playoff teams. They just haven't done it with the Sabres. The organization hasn't done it. So it's going to be big for these guys to do it as a team, but a lot of them have experience winning in the playoffs. So first off, let's sort of kick that can out of here. But the key in any elimination game is to not get tight. And what do I mean by get tight? Well, in any game that has an emotional feel behind it, you can get a little too careful, right? Like, let's say you're a great, football player and you have no problem hitting 5-yard screens. Like, these are second nature to you. 5-yard screens, 5-yard slants, 10-yard ins, outs. You can hit a post just fine. Even a go route. Like, you can hit a go route, no problem. And then you get to the end of the game where it's a close game and you have the ball and all the pressure's on you now. See, the thing is, for the Boston Bruins, all the pressure's off. If they lose tonight, well, they're down in the series 3-1. They were probably going to lose anyway. For the Buffalo Sabres, the pressure's on a little bit. They need to close this out. And if they close this out, then all of a sudden this whole playoffs looks different. Going forward, this whole playoffs looks different. If they don't close it out tonight, even if they close it out tomorrow or the next game, it just feels different, right? It just has a different feel to it. So you want to avoid that. But you want to avoid that without thinking about it too much. You have to treat this game just like any other game. So there's a couple of things the Sabres need to do in order to do that. First and foremost, excuse me, as indicated by Zadorov breaking his stick on Dahlin at the end of Game 4, the Bruins want to drag you into the muck and the mire. They want to grab you at the blue line and just slow you down and force you to dump passes in and just chase the puck in, mess around in the corners. They want to force you to just, get in fights. They want to pull you into dumb penalties. They want Tage Thompson to get a misconduct at the end of the third period. The Sabres have to avoid that stuff. They did it. They did it perfectly at the end of Game 4. Zadorov broke his stick on Dahlin. There was a little bit of a scrum, but none of the Sabres pushed the envelope on that muck and mire. They got in, they made a point, but they didn't go too far. They have to keep that attitude in this game. The Bruins aren't the better team here. They just aren't. despite what Marco Sturm decided to say at the beginning of the series, we're bigger, we're faster, give me a break. This Bruins team is not bigger, faster, stronger, better, whatever. At the end of the day, the only thing they're better at, probably, is starting fights. So just don't get in a fight with them. Particularly not your top line guys. Let them take the penalty. It's, if you have to go make a point to police the ice, then do it. But don't get dragged into the muck and the mire with these guys. Getting over a little bit of a cold. Following right on the back of that, don't get dragged down into the muck and the mire. Lean on what you're good at, which is your speed. You can skate circles, Buffalo Sabres, around these Boston Bruins. You can skate circles around them. The image that comes to mind is Noah Ostlund literally skating a circle around 3 defenders, just taking his time, lining up the ice, then sending a pass across the ice to Bowen Byram, who just for the goal. That was all a result of speed. Speed for Noah Ostlund to get down the ice with the puck, and speed for Bowen Byram to get into position. This is your advantage here. You're bigger and faster. And as Josh Doan proved when he took a hit and then gave a hit right back, you're not giving up any strength with your speed. Skate hard, hit hard, do it all legally. Keep it all in the middle of the game. And building on the last part of that, use your speed to get Swayman moving and off his rhythm. If Swayman gets clean looks on shooters, he's gonna save the shot. He's good. He's good. Despite the fact that he let in 9 straight goals over 2 games, he has been playing well. Those goals have been a result of the Sabres' speed and their ability to get him moving, and that's the key. Get him moving, get him uncomfortable, and that's when your shots are going to go in. And if he lets in 1, he's going to let in 3. That's just the way it is with Swayman. It's just going to be forcing him off his spot and forcing him to be uncomfortable in the net. And you can do that really quickly. You just got to be faster than the defense. And you are faster than the defense. I'm speaking directly to the Sabres right now. You are faster than the Boston Bruins defense. So just go out there and be faster. That's it. That's all you got to do. Stay out of trouble. Be faster. Make Swayman uncomfortable. You do those 3 things, easy win, easy Game 5 win, you're on to the next series. So, my prediction, I know a couple days ago I said I was sticking with my Buffalo Sabres in 6. But I'm changing it. Buffalo Sabres in 5. Sabres win the game tonight, 4-2. Boston Bruins go back down the I-90, and they get ready for their offseason and whatever Boston Bruins players do in the offseason. I don't know. Do they go back to their home countries? That's not something I know. Excuse me. Maybe they party with NFL reporters. I don't know. Ask Mike Vrabel. That was an unnecessary shot at Mike Vrabel, but I enjoyed it. And it's my podcast, so I'll do what I want. But either way, Buffalo Sabres, 4-2 win over the Boston Bruins. Take the series in 5. I'm Nick. This is 10 Minutes with Nick. Have a great day.